Hi, guys. Well, as you can see from the title of this is not a happy stream that we will be having right now. Um, it came to my attention when I was just looking on Facebook about some of the kids' cases that I follow. That unfortunately, and it hasn't been confirmed, okay, that it's Xavier for sure, but a farmer has found a body of an adolescent, and the clothing matches what Xavier was wearing when he went missing, which I'll just give you a little bit of detail on that. Xavier was, where did that link go? Oh, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. The screen. I forgot that I did that. I'm upset right now. Obviously, it's even if it is an Xavier, there's a body of an adolescent found in a fucking field. So that is incredibly sad and scary. But Xavier was last seen in Montezuma, Iowa on Thursday, May 27th, riding his bike. And he was wearing a red t shirt, blue pajama pants, and black high top shoes. And it is my understanding that that is what the individual who was found in the field is wearing. Although they haven't confirmed that it is him. Um, these are just some photos of Xavier that I wanted to share, but I will share with you the news brief where they talk about this information. So I will stop that.
Okay, so first off, could you guys say and spell your names for us? Mitch Mortvedt, MITCH MORTVEDT.
Thomas Kriegel, THOMASKRIEGEL.
Titles?
I'm sheriff.
And assistant director with the Iowa DCI. First off, tell us what led us here. Earlier today, the sheriff's office received a call from a local farmer that they had found what they thought to be is human remains in a field just south of here. The sheriff's office responded and confirmed what the farmer had reported and had called the DCI since we've been working the investigation of Xavier Harrelson together in the event that it could possibly be Xavier. And we responded along with the state medical examiner's office and the state anthropologist. And we can confirm at this time that it is human remains. That's been confirmed by the state medical examiner's office. It appears to be that of an adolescent. And at this time, the clothing description, or the clothing that we've seen, even though it's obviously soiled and stuff, is consistent with what we knew Xavier to last be wearing. We are not saying that it is Xavier Harrelson at this time. There's a lot of work yet to be done at the scene here. And then, as you can imagine, the state medical examiner's office and state anthropologist has a lot of work left ahead of them in the days and weeks even to come. What time did you get the call?
It's around 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Can you talk a little bit about what the scene looks like right now? Are the investigation happening right now? Has anything been taken away?
It's just documentation is taking place right now. It's a very slow and methodical process, and meticulous process, as you can imagine. It's going to take several hours to do, and I will say that at this point, it's just found in a combined field, in a grassy area of a combined field. And so we want to make sure that, that we're not missing anything. And we have a lot of help here from the sheriff's office, DCI, and especially the medical examiner's office.
Obviously, you said you can't confirm that this is Xavier. Have you been in contact with the family?
We have contacted the family, and they have as much information as what we are giving you at this point, as far as human remains, that of an adolescent, and the clothing description. What we see at the scene is consistent with what we knew him to last be, what was reported to us that he was last wearing when he disappeared in March.
Is there anything that can tell you how he ended up, how the remains ended up?
And that's going to be part of the investigation that we can't discuss at this time.
With a farmer discovering it, given the time of year, was this due to the harvest, things like that, of going over a field in a different way?
Yeah, field work. Yeah, he was completing field work. Anything else?
Talking about it being a long 4 months. How is this for you guys knowing that this?
Well, it moves us into another stage of the investigation. So in that sense, we're moving forward, I guess is what I'd say. So.
Right. And we're just waiting for, any type of information, like we've been saying for the last 4 months, and just knowing that this is such a rural area, we were hopeful that if unfortunately Xavier was not still alive, not into hunting season, harvest season, kind of put the word out for people to be paying attention, that kind of thing. And we'll now just wait and see, once the medical examiner is done with their ongoing investigation, which again will be several weeks probably, to see if we can confirm who it is, or be able to confirm who it is.
Are you able to tell us how long the remains have been there? Has it been 2 days, 2 months, 4 months?
I would say a significant amount of time. We can't age it, of course, but just, with the scene and the ground cover and that kind of thing, I would say for a period of time. I mean, more so than just a few days, yes.
Being in a combine field, there's some damaged evidence.
We don't know that yet. So, I mean, that'll be something for like the state anthropologist to do their examination on and that kind of thing.
What was the reaction from the family that you can share with us, and what kind of support can you provide at this point, being still in this sort of limbo state?
We were not there personally.
My detective talked to Sarah Harrelson, and naturally she was upset, so she was crying. So,
as well as his father and grandparents, So, yeah, and again, they don't have any more information than than what we're providing to you guys right now. So, there's nothing more to give.
Can you
Yes.
talk if this area, I guess, was previously searched before in the different searches, or if this was kind of an area that I guess maybe hasn't had that just yet?
This had not been searched specifically in prior searches that were conducted.
I don't believe so. It might have had some airplanes flying over it, but
Right. But nothing that was
drones and
searched.
airplanes and that.
Yeah, nothing that was searched, on foot.
As far as the ownership of the land, is the owner someone that you've spoken to in your investigation, or has been a name that we've heard over the course of this ordeal?
That's a question that we can't answer at this time, since it's an ongoing investigation. So,
And just in relation to where we are, how far away are we from kind of the active scene?
a mile,
Yeah,
probably.
not quite half a mile. I'd say.
Yeah.
Half a mile.
Yeah, straight south of here.
If you all are able to say, what challenges do you all face going forward here in this case?
Well, obviously the identity of the remains, the cause, manner of death, is something that has to be investigated by the medical examiner's office, and then determining whether or not that there's foul play and just any other kind of common sense or obvious steps with the death investigation. And I guess what I'd like to add, again, as we've said so many times before, anybody that has any information, regarding this situation, regarding the disappearance of Xavier, if they'd come forward, it might be they may think it's the most insignificant piece of information, and it may be what we need, to resolve this.
I think if this is Xavier, it might get some people talking that have held their tongue up to now, so we're hopeful for that too.
And and there is a reward that's up to 30.
There's 36,000. I don't know how much money they got from Molly Tibbetts trend, but that would
That's right.
increase it.
You bet.
Any concerns right now at this point about everyone, whether it's ourselves, the media, or just folks in the community speculating that this is Xavier?
Any
Perhaps-
concerns, you mean?
Yeah, prematurely speculating that.
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do to control that. So, and I just back up to what we first said, that it is human remains out of an adolescent, and in the clothing description. But so people are gonna make assumptions, I guess. We are just taking it a step at a time in this investigation. I mean, what we have is evidence for itself to tell us, which direction we want to go, and starting with the identity of the remains.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, Mitch. Thank
Yeah. Well, and
Yes.
you got, and I know I told a lot of you guys, we greatly appreciate the ongoing coverage to keep it out in the forefront 4 months later.
Thank you for being able to share what you guys could over these last few months. I know it
Yeah.
hasn't always been easy.
No,
And the people
it
are
hasn't.
questioning, I appreciate
Oh,
it.
it's been, yeah, and on the heels of Molly's conviction here, I don't want to say his name, but of the conviction of Molly's killer. So, literally on the heels.
Does anything that came up in that trial affect how you process the scene for the sake of making sure that should this be presented at trial one day?
Right. No, I mean, everybody has kind of the, I guess, standard operating procedure of evidence collection and that kind of thing. And that's why, we immediately, once law enforcement was notified, immediately called the medical examiner's office and stuff, because that's what their specialty is. And we're standing back and just providing any assistance that we can, to assist in their collection, so on and so forth. But, and we felt confident.
She must have been speeding.
Yeah.
She was 30 minutes out when
If she was 30 minutes away.
I don't know if that was the one. No, that's not. Than what we're providing to you guys right now. So there's nothing more to give.
Can
Yes.
you talk if this area, I guess, was previously searched before in the different searches, or if this was kind of an area that I guess maybe hasn't had that just yet?
This had not been searched specifically in prior searches that were conducted.
I don't believe so. Might have had some airplanes flying over it.
Right. But nothing that was
Drones and
searched.
airplanes were not.
And that's why I had to play that again, because I see some chatter in here about wondering if that area had been searched. So as you just heard, no, it had not. He said maybe some airplanes above. And I'm just going to reiterate, this is between 4 and 5 miles away from his home. So I'm just a little bit pissed right now that that wasn't searched already, being within a 5 mile radius of his home, and he went missing on his bike. I don't know, what do y'all think about that? I think that sucks. And I realize that it's very possible that he hasn't been there the whole time. But you know what? I guess we would know that if they had searched that area ever before. Just saying. I don't know, Kelly. I do not know. But you know what it makes me think of? I don't know if you all watch Duty Ron. He talks a lot about the drones, the drone technology. And they have this, I don't know if it's how new it is or whatever, but they have this drone that can it can read thermal. I'm not explaining it well. I'm not a scientist, you guys, or anything like that. But there was a really good stream on Duty Ron's channel about the drone technology, and that what he showed, or what one of his guests showed on his stream, was that even at night, these drones can pick up, from the sky. They can sense heat, and they could even see somehow. It's so bizarre. They showed it actually seeing a deer at night moving around in a field. So I'm thinking, why don't we have that for children? I'm upset. I'm really, really upset. And I know it's not confirmed, but I know it's him. Like, I know it's him. And he just, he had a hard life even before this, you guys. He had a hard life. It's just not fair. Oh, Steffi. Oh, I just put the wrong thing up. But yeah, you know what? And can I say, listen, I am so sorry about Gabby being killed. I mean, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. And yes, Brian needs to be caught. But every freaking stream that I do, and I'm not mad at you, Steffi, because it's very appropriate that you brought it up here. Okay, so let me just preface this by saying that. But he is brought up in every damn stream in the last however many, I don't know, it's driving me crazy. I don't want to talk about Brian anymore, but you're right. They're using that shit for trying to find Brian. So, like, can we try to find some children, please? Can we try to save some kids? Kelly, I do not believe that he has autism. I know that Ryan Larson, who is missing, has autism. And I'm planning on covering him extensively next, because he has not been covered like he should be. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean any disrespect to Gabby. I don't, and her family. They deserve justice, and dirty laundry doesn't need to be wandering the streets, because he's clearly dangerous. Just would like for humanity to put a little bit more effort into finding children. It's really, okay. I don't even know what to say. I just want to go cry now. I just don't. And then I think about, like, is this how we're going to find Summer? Is this how we're going to find the West boys? Like, we need to be able to find some kids. We need some kids to be rescued. We need good news. Yes, Kelly, he literally took care of his mother, in a lot of ways. He just turned 11 a couple days, I think, after he went missing. That's so little. And, like, I know someone brought up, like, his mom didn't even report him missing. Like, what the hell? a friend of his mother's reported him missing. And she said he was the sweetest kid ever. So, oh boy. You guys did, I know she moved away. Like, who the hell? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who does that. That's weird. That's crazy to me. That's a good way to put it, Lady R. Literally, soul is crushing at this point. Thank you, Patty, for doing that. That's what we need to do when we see an Amber Alert. We need to put it out there, but we need law enforcement to do what they can do. I don't understand. I don't understand not searching fields that are 5 miles away. I don't understand that, you guys. Yes, his mother is suspicious. So, y'all, someone said that it was confirmed. And I do not, I've been looking while this clip was playing, and I am not seeing where it has been confirmed that it's Xavier. And I don't know what all is entailed with that. Like, if it's for the medical examiner, that's going to take weeks. If it's just a matter of the family identifying his body, then that could be done. But I feel like what they're saying is that he's too decomposed to be able to do that. Yes, the clothing definitely matched. Yep. But it's not like you can definitively say, oh, the clothing matches and this is a deceased body. We can't tell. I don't know. I think they require more than that. A farmer found it in his field is the only thing that I know. Let's see. It says this was at 2 p.m. today. A local farmer was doing field work when they came across his body. It's interesting because on September 9th, they'd received a tip leading them to search Fox Forest County Recreation Area, which is not this. Clearly, this is a field. So let's keep watching, guys. But I'm upset, and we need some good news, and we need to just pray. No, apparently. Okay, so Ingrid, that's an interesting, I'll just highlight that really quick before we go, but that's a really good point. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know how often that happens or what have you. But then again, how long has the body been there? Did someone move it there? Am I wrong for saying why didn't they search their properties when he went missing? I don't think you're wrong. Was there ever any plea made by, the only person that I know of that made a plea was that friend of the mom's. I mean, if you knew, I don't get it. If you lived in that vicinity, would you not wonder, maybe I should go check my field? I don't know. And again, not to place blame either, but just would seem appropriate to do. Yeah, Kelly. I'm not saying it would be an easy thing, but I think it's worth it for looking for a child. Okay, so thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry this news sucks. We have to do better. We have to do better for kids and families. So thank you all for caring about kids. See you next time. Bye.